Hi, I'm Pam, and today I'm doing something a little different. I'm looking at a newly released book that celebrates one of my favorite genres. It's the art of point-and-click adventure games. So this is a beautiful hardcover 476-page book. It has the title embossed on the cover in silver. Everything seems to be of high quality. The pages, the colors, the binding of the book. It's full color, nice sort of glossy pages, and it has a ribbon so that you can keep your spot in the book. When I got it, it also came with a couple little inserts. It came with a little ad for AdventureGamers.com, as well as a set of postcards, Flight of the Amazon Queen, Future Wars, Space Quest, Day of the Tentacle, and Simon the Sorcerer. I am not sure if these are the postcards contained with every order or if maybe they switch them up. These are the only ones that I've seen so far. Let's get into what's actually inside the book.
It starts with a 10-page, mostly text summary of the history of the genre, before turning to visuals to take us through standout games year by year. It begins in 1984 with Enchanted Scepters for the Apple Macintosh and the original King's Quest, and takes us all the way up to 2017 with entries like Thimbleweed Park and The Dark Side Detective. The images selected are a wonderful variety that really get into the character of each game. There are double-page spreads showing ethereal scenes from Loom, over-the-top neon environments of Leisure Suit Larry 5, and the disturbing Geiger art from Darkseid. There are collections of landscapes and background art, from the fantasy land of Kyrandia to the Wild West of Freddy Farkas, beautiful alien vistas from The Dig, and the dystopian world of Blade Runner. There are closer looks at characters. I'm very happy they included a sampling of the up-close portraits from The Secret of Monkey Island, my favorite pixel art of all time. And there's also screens from the comic-inspired intro to Beneath the Steel Sky, and some close-ups of Sam and Max.
While a lot of the space in this book is dedicated to the big two, Sierra and LucasArts, there's also plenty of room given to games that are less well-known or less talked about.
This spread of goblins brought back memories I didn't even know I had forgotten. I was also introduced to some games I hadn't heard of, like Dreamweb and A Vampire Story, which is something I need to look into now. And though pixel art is the favored art style of the genre, there's also love given to the Art Nouveau style of The Last Express, the unique silhouettes of Kentucky Route Zero, and even FMV and my old pal Tex Murphy in the Pandora Directive.
While the book bills itself as a visual celebration of the genre, to me it's just as much about the art of creating adventure games, and it features 40 interviews with developers, writers, artists, and other creators.
There are interviews with a lot of the big names, Ron Gilbert, Al Lowe, Jane Jensen, Tim Schafer, and also creators whose work I know but whose names I wouldn't recognize. The one real glaring omission is Roberta Williams, who is considered the creator of the graphic adventure genre, though I'm going to assume that her not being included was not due to lack of trying on the part of the team who put this together. The interviews also feature smaller screenshots from the games being talked about, and even some pictures of things like design documents and concept art, which is especially interesting. If you're a fan of point-and-click adventures, this book is a delight. It would be a great showpiece on your shelf or coffee table, as well as a fascinating book to read from cover to cover.
One thing I really appreciate is that while this book celebrates the past, it doesn't dwell on it. There can be a tendency in classic game-loving circles to write off anything that's new. That doesn't happen here.
There's an appreciation for where the genre is now, how it got here, and what newer games are doing within it. I was very happy to see art from a few titles from Wadget Eye Games, along with newer favorites like Fran Bow, Kathy Rain, and an interview with the developer of the beautiful The Lion Song, one of the most striking adventure games I've played.
The Art of Point-and-Click Adventure Games is available now from bitmapbooks.co.uk. It is £30 or $40 US, or probably a little over 50 Canadian, and if you are in the UK, it will ship for free. And just a quick note on how the book arrived when it was shipped to me. It was wonderfully packaged. It came wrapped in plastic on the outside and then a fitted cardboard on the inside with some foam around the book itself. And it came with these awesome corner protectors, so even if the courier is especially rough with the package, it should still arrive to you without smushed edges. So I just wanted to mention those because I've never seen those before.
That's it for now. If you're interested in more adventure games, check out my review of The Secret of Monkey Island, or Under a Killing Moon, which incidentally is not included in this book. I also have a Patreon if you want to support what I'm doing here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.